In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian. Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video, and welcome to my review of the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian. And to be more specific, this is the Ahsoka Tano from Corvus, as it says there on the name pill. I believe this is the planet where we first see Ahsoka in the Mandalorian TV show. And let's get on with this and let's take a look at the card back first of all. So we've seen this card back before. We've seen this card back in the retro collection. It's exactly the same card back for that figure, obviously with no big red horrible sticker. So you can see more of the card art there, and she's looking pretty awesome. It does look a little bit CGI'd, but it's pretty cool that she's in that sort of action pose there with both lightsabers. And there she is in the bubble. I do like the choice of colours once again for the name pill and the panel behind the figure. It really does make it pop. Even though she is wearing blue, it still works. And there you can see the two clear lightsabers in the bubble. She is number VC222 in the line. As always with these figures, we get to see some of the other figures from recent waves and this wave. And if you haven't checked out my reviews of Fennec Shand and the Death Watch Mandalorian, they are on the channel, so give those a watch. Disney and Hasbro at the bottom, half the card with a load of legal gumph. And yeah, I wish they'd sort of do something about these backs of those cards, because they really aren't great. They could really improve them. There it is, the Mandalorian logo, Ahsoka Tano Corvus with the Kenner logo at the bottom there. Vintage style indeed. And we're going to open up right now and check out the figure. Alright then, so here she is out of the packaging, and I've got her lightsabers in hands. Now this figure does include some quite interesting articulation, which I'll go through a little bit later in the review. But for now, I think really what I wanted to do was just concentrate on the head sculpt and seeing if it's got a resemblance to Rosario Dawson. And I think, looking at that, I think they've done really, really well, considering the scale. Obviously it's 3.75, and I think that is really, really good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull in the animated Clone Wars version that we got recently, just to compare them, because obviously when they did this Clone Wars version, it is animated, but they made a point that obviously they like to make the animated ones slightly realistic. And I thought at the time that we got this one that it did resemble Rosario Dawson ever so slightly, but when you compare it to that one, you can see the difference in terms of the shape of the face and just everything about it. You can definitely tell that this one is more sort of live action rather than animated. You can see the difference is in the colours there as well. This one's like a sort of a darker grey, and this one's more blue. And she's got very similar paint markings on her face, but you can, as I say, you can definitely tell that this one here is the more realistic one. Now, just out of interest, if you're wondering, you can do a head swap. They do work absolutely fine. So you could take the head off of this one and exchange it for the other one, and they fit absolutely perfect. So that's one good thing. Now I'm just going to take the lightsabers out of the hands quickly so we can get a decent look at her without it going out of focus, because it tries to pick up the nearest thing on the camera. So there you go, really good look at her. Just going around, look at the profile. I mean, look at that there. That looks like Rosario Dawson big time. So as I say, for the fact that it's a 3.75 inch figure, I mean, you can't really get much better than this. That is really, really good. Turning the figure around, you can see the awesome paintwork on the back of the head there as well. Really nice. Now her outfit contains some really, really nice sculpting, especially around the belt area, and you can see some of those things that she's got dangling down from the belt, which are painted onto the side there. Nice little belt buckle going on, and you can see her trousers have been sculpted in with that sort of baggy style. She has the shin guards on her ankles over her black boots, which go onto the feet as well. Underneath there, you can see that she does have like an undergarment as well, which goes around onto the back like a vest type thing, which is pretty cool. And with her arms, you can see that she's got that sort of rope effect on the upper arms, and then she has her gauntlets going down, and then the hand guards as well. So pretty awesome looking figure, very nice indeed. Moving on to the articulation of the figure, and of course it is a super articulated 3.75 inch figure that we're used to. So it's going to include all of the modern ways of doing things. So again, we do have those new style hips, which are very much like the Black Series. But also the head is on a ball, plenty of movement there. We have ball hinge shoulders, which obviously go all the way round. We have ball hinged elbows which swivel. Unfortunately, we only have swivel wrists. They don't have a hinge in them, and I think that's because she's got such diddy little wrists. It's going to be very, very difficult to get them in there, and they'd probably break. There is a split at the lower torso around the belt area, which is like on a ball and a K that swivels and moves around and gives you lots of range of movement. As I mentioned, she does have those hips. She has the split at the thigh. Now the knees are really, really good, because obviously if you had a split there, very much like the Legacy Collection Rancor Keeper, he has those baggy trousers. It's going to look pretty odd having a split there, and it really just doesn't work. But what they've done is they've hidden it behind the trousers. So when you pull her knee back like that, you can see the hinge there, which is really, really good, hidden by those trousers. I think that's a really, really good way of doing it. She has the hinge at the ankle, and it's on a rocker. So you get all of the amazing articulation that you're ever going to need, especially for a Jedi. So there you go then. That is the Ahsoka Tano Corvus from The Mandalorian, the live action version of Ahsoka Tano. Really, really nice figure. And once again, another one to have in the Mandalorian collection. As we know, the figure comes with 2 accessories, just her 2 lightsabers, and they are clear lightsabers instead of white. So they've made them clear, and they're really nice silver on the ends there with a couple of details and a few buttons and everything. So that one's really good, and obviously they're curved as well to match what she has in the show. So that's the longer of the 2, and then this is the shorter of the 2. The hilt is ever so slightly different because it is a little bit shorter, and obviously the blade is shorter as well. So they're the 2 accessories. Now just before I go, I will do that head swap for you so you can see what it looks like with the animated version on this figure. So we'll just take the head off there like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Ray Island Journey poncho, which I had on the previous figure. And let's just put that head on there like so. So there you go. Because we are going to be getting this version of Ahsoka. Not that version. This version here, and we will be getting a cloak with it in the deluxe version. So she is coming out repacked into a deluxe box, and she comes with that sort of owl creature and a post and some other bits and bobs to make it into a deluxe figure. And one of those things that's included in that box is a poncho or cloak type thing that she wears in the episode, and this one's pretty good. You can see from behind there it looks pretty awesome. So if you didn't want to wait or didn't want to buy the deluxe version, then just get yourself a Ray Island Journey cloak like that and put it on her. It looks just as good. One thing to mention also is that her head doesn't restrict the articulation, because these are actually quite a bendy plastic. So when they go over her shoulders like so, they actually bend with the figure. So they don't really get in the way or anything like that, which is good. If they were made of like a harder plastic, then that would be pretty awful. But they move around, so that's good. Just another quick look at that face with the paintwork. Lips are straight, eyes are straight. Looks really, really good. Fantastic. What a great figure. Alright then guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Let me know if you've enjoyed it down below by dropping a like, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members. Your support means a great deal to me, so thank you so much, and thank you all for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.